Hi friends! Today's video is about the Stamp by Mail set, which included the Painted Poppies stamp set, as well as the Designer Series paper, the cardstock, the white cardstock, the ink pads, and a couple of little extras. So these are the two cards that I've designed to go with that. The first one we're going to make is this one. Okay, so you will have in your pieces just the white piece of cardstock. You'll have a frame, okay, and then you'll have the smaller white piece that goes on the inside, as well as some of these cutouts that you'll use for your words. Okay, so a couple things I wanted to point out. Notice on the frame, I could have just used a full piece of paper and, like a mat. That would have been fine. But by using the frame now, I have this piece that I can use on another card. So I thought that was, it's kind of frugal or whatever you want to call it. But pretty much all you're going to do is glue your frame on, stamp and put your white piece on, and then stamp and put your words on. Now, I also wanted to point out that you could do this just as easy on the poppy paper. And if you see there, the frame really looks pretty. Then you would put your white piece on the inside, and then again you could put your words on there. So whether you choose to do it on the white paper or on the poppy paper, it will look great either way. Now another thing you can do is you can step these up a little bit, and I'll show you on some of the other cards. You could add some rhinestones, around. You could add some sequins around. You could take a piece of the white ribbon, okay, and you could either put that all the way across the card, or you could also tie it around the frame. Sorry, I'm not taking the time to do it here, but see, if I tie that around the frame, then that adds another cute little element. So included in the Stamp by Mail also is a Stampin' Sponge, and I just wanted to remind you, if you just take that, you can cut it into some wedges like this. Looks like Pac-Man, right? And then you can use that, like I have here, to sponge around the outside of the white piece. You could use it to sponge around the words, and all I do is just pick up a little ink like that and then just do it right along the edge. Also, if you did not want to use the splat, as I call it, this splat to stamp the red there, you could also sponge a little bit with your sponge and get a similar effect. Okay? All right. So then the other card that you have cut out is this one, and it's just got a fun fold to it. Instead of just opening, regular card size like this one does, this one opens, and I have attached the edges here, and then you have a little pull out where you would write your sentiment or your words or whatever on there. You just have a circle of the Designer Series paper to put on the front, and then I just put just a regular rectangle piece of paper with the thank you. So that makes a really cool card. Now, on the one I'm going to show you a little bit different also, I used a different embossing folder. Okay, so it doesn't matter what embossing folder you use, I think you can get a great effect. You could also actually cut the Designer Series paper and put that on the front if you don't have any embossing folders and want to do that. Okay, so on this one, I thought I was going to leave it open. I might insert a piece of the white paper and just glue that down in here instead of having a pocket. Excuse me. You don't have to do that because on the other one I just adhered it right along the edges. But then you close that. I could use the rectangle from the other one and attach that up here at the top, and then maybe put my words here, and then maybe even stamp one of the poppies and cut it out and put on the front. See how pretty that would look? Same exact card, just using a little bit of different elements. So the only other thing that I wanted to show was that this paper is very conducive to making easy cards. So this is just a piece of the Designer Series paper cut out. I put 3 sequins on here and a birthday message, and I stamped that splat on there. This one, I took a piece of the paper, thinner, not the whole size, just to put a piece of paper there, and then put my my image on here. You could also very easily, though, use the other side. So don't forget that you've got 2 sides to this paper. That makes a super simple card. This one as well, I used the whole piece, but then just took some of this, it's kind of like embroidery floss, or you could use baker's twine or anything like that, and just put it underneath, and then would pop my sentiment up over that. So these 2 are the cards that are included with the set, that are all cut out for you and everything's ready to go. And then additionally, you could do the other versions as I have here, and just use your designer paper to make some very easy cards. So I hope that you will try some of this, and happy stamping. Have a great day.